Can your boss tell you a COVID vaccine is mandatory to come into work? Legal minds say the law's not too clear here. While Canada has looked at similar cases before, one employment attorney tells City News there's really nothing like what's happening right now with the COVID-19 pandemic.
We're dealing with circumstances where decision makers have not weighed in on whether or not an employer can or cannot mandate, so to speak, vaccination.
Canada has seen cases where a hospital mandated nurses must either get a flu shot or wear a mask. But Ananda Sagar says the situations are far too different. Those cases didn't look at mandatory vaccinations per se, but looked at one specific policy requiring a mask or a vaccine. Underlining how much has changed, that case considered if nurses wearing masks might intimidate a patient.
I can tell you over the course of the last 14 months or so, that frame of reference has completely changed. The concept of an individual being intimidated by a mask is out of the window. We are now dealing with the opposite circumstances where individuals are being intimidated by individuals not wearing masks.
If you engage in rewarding people for engaging in the behavior you want them to do, that behavior will increase and resistance will go down.
In the U.S., some employers are offering cash bonuses to workers who get vaccinated. And a recent survey of American employers says 33% of bosses plan to give paid time off for vaccinations. David Zweig at the University of Toronto says incentives are the way to go, as data shows workers respond better to a carrot rather than a stick.
If you tell people that they have to get vaccinated, they're going to immediately build up resistance to doing so. But if you offer them incentives for getting vaccinated, you give them paid time off to go get vaccinated, you give them some sort of reward, and you're going to get a lot more compliance and a lot less resistance towards doing that.
Now, all this comes as workplace vaccination is starting to roll out across Canada, from BC to Alberta to Ontario. But Ananda Sagar emphasizes that these clinics aren't run by employers but by local authorities, and they're not mandating vaccination, just encouraging it. In Ottawa, Xiaoli Li, City News.